Because they're the most amazing, because they are part of you. And for you to share your story, you have to let people know what is important to you and what you love. So for this Whole Foods campaign, which is very different from any other campaign, we said, forget the avocados, let's bring out the family. And this is how we sold the avocados, showcasing the children, the three most important things in his life. In his avocado orchard, of course, but that's how we sold this Whole Foods story. And they loved it. And it sold avocados, you know? So we shoot for the Southern Pacific region. So if you see these, you'll understand the direction that Whole Foods wants to go to, because it's about the story. You know, it's not about the avocados, and of course we did get those images, but this is what is going to make the cover. And if I see this, I want to buy avocados from their daddy. Another story is, close to Thanksgiving, everybody, Whole Foods needs to sell sweet potatoes. So they sent us to, in the middle of Bakersfield, California. If you've ever been in Central California, it's kind of like Texas, it's just dry, you know, But we went out there, knew there was something there, and our assignment was to sell sweet potatoes. So again, met the farmer. He had a little son that was adorable. They live in the middle, literally in the middle of nowhere, and his name is Jaden. And so we figured we'll get a photo of Jaden in the sweet potato fields, showing where he lives and plays, because this is all they have. Are these huge sweet potato fields. But he was scared. And that's one thing when you're photographing kids or people. You have to realize there has to be a trust between you and your subject. How would you feel? That's why people say, I can't get my kid to smile, they just don't sit, they don't want to laugh, they don't look at me. But how would you feel if somebody put you in an outfit you didn't like and made you smile? I mean, how would you feel? I'd freeze up too, because I'm not good at being in front of the camera. So you have to slowly warm up and build that relationship. Again, with your children. If you want them to smile sometimes, you know, having them acknowledge you in front of the camera isn't always the best image. Just capturing them in their moment and their element is what's going to really tell the story.
Because when you're photographing people, it's basically, there's kind of two approaches. One, you have a photojournalistic approach, where you're kind of outside them. You're not really being recognized by them at all. They shouldn't even kind of know you're there, and you're just capturing them in the natural element. And then there's portrait work. And what portrait work is a relationship between the photographer and the subject. The subject acknowledges that someone's photographing them. And so what you're capturing is not just a subject, but you're capturing that relationship between the subject and the photographer. So you, as a photographer, you have to set up that relationship. It's up to you to bring it out of them. You know, when we're shooting a chef, chefs hate to be shot. It's like they don't want to be in front of the camera. They want to be in the kitchen. They like being back in the house. We joke around with them. We have fun. We let them know that they're one of us and we're one of them. Tell them dirty jokes. The chefs love the dirty jokes. Every time. You know, with kids, it's like you have fun with the kids. You have fun with them. You know, you're bringing out the stuff that makes them be comfortable around you. So you're building that relationship between you as a photographer and them as a subject.
Yeah. So in this shot, you had two art directors, his daddy, his grandpa, manager of the farm, like saying, Jaden, look here, Jaden. He was freaked out. Jaden smiled. He was freaked out. Finally, I said, just leave the kid alone first. We need that great money shot. We need that smile too, but let him do his thing. You know, let him play. So he was in there and he was hiding. What are you doing, Jaden? And he's like, he loves monarch butterflies. He just wanted to hide and search for monarch butterflies. So I said, put him in the field, let him find his butterflies. He slowly started warming up and hiding. He was literally hiding, but that's okay. I think this is a cute photo. I just love it. Just because you see this little pin picking up. So finally I said, Jaden, play peekaboo with the butterflies. Play with them, have them find you. And he slowly started coming up. It takes time to warm up. Remember, trust. You need that trust with your subject. And you, to photograph your children, you have the most trust of all. So there's no reason why you cannot get a great photograph. So he slowly started like, okay, peekaboo, peekaboo. Then he just acknowledged us, and he started feeling comfortable and looking. And again, everybody was like, oh yes, we shot the money shot, you know. So it slowly takes time, and then slowly we said, oh my gosh, look, there's butterflies over here, and boom, he started to rise up and really started to not acknowledge us and acknowledge why he loved playing in the sweet potato fields. And again, we have this little sweet potatoes.
Well, and you can see like how much more, you know, it's like the smile, you know, like every time it is, like when you tell a kid to smile, what do you get?
Yeah.
Right? You know, this thing, you know, making it natural. Making it so that natural smile comes out.
Yeah.
When you're relaxed, that natural smile comes out.
And this is a very authentic moment. And he's really like, wow, I can see my butterflies. So again, you know, the art directors, well, we need the father in there or whatever. I'm like, okay, slowly but surely, we integrate the story of the farmer. And this is how we feel is, this is really a farmer. He's a hot-looking farmer, I can tell you right now. So it's like, yeah, get in there. So this is showing two relationships in a farm. This is a farmer and a son in their sweet potato field. In the middle of literally nowhere, you can see how far away those desolate hills. There's no green on the hills. That's how dry it is out here in the middle of California. But this really embodies the message of what Whole Foods wants to say. They want to let you know that the person who is growing your food is somebody who is raising a family out there too. It's a whole family kind of, it comes full circle for Whole Foods to be able to show you this. And he had a sister. And again, they wanted the sister in there who was scared, but again, we got her in the frame, holding on her daddy's hand because she did not want to let go. And they're still looking for butterflies. And to me, that still embodies a lot, showing two kids within element of where they grew. And finally, they slowly started warming up, and Daddy's standing there. She slowly let go of Daddy's hand because she wanted, again, to find the butterflies. So this is one of their money shots to really convey who they're about. It's not what you do, because what we do is all very similar. We write blog posts, we blog, we take pictures, we upload it, but the why we do it is completely different. So don't forget why you do what you do, and making sure you convey that within your image, because that really, really stands out. And then, like, you know, witnessing all the little things. So often we always try to look at, you know, you're always looking at the big picture, don't forget about the little picture, and vice versa. If you see life in small detail, release yourself a bit and see the whole picture wide. Because there's so much life that goes around us all the time that if we always see in like the one type of lens, we miss out on a lot. And you know, we also talk about our imperfections. Gosh, I'm always so critical of myself, I can't help it. It's something that I'm always continually evolving to be better at, is not being so critical. And I'm learning too that imperfections are really great, because those little, and not everybody looking at the camera, not having the best smile sometimes, or two kids looking this way, one like giving a weird expression on this side is actually very cool. It's so authentic. It's who they are. So don't be afraid to embrace those imperfections, you know, because they give depth and meaning and makes your voice authentic, and it's the true heartbeat and soul of who you are. And we are always emphasizing that when we teach us, don't forget who you are in everything that you do, because it really does show. And mobile phone is, again, key in who we are. Sometimes mobile phone is the best tool to have to capture who you are at that instant. So don't forget that.
Yeah, it's like sometimes we think, oh, it's like, well, we have to have like that best camera again to shoot in a dark situation. It's like there's no way to get it on the phone. So this one was when we were on a trip to Cuba. You know, it was in a restaurant, there was no lighting in the restaurant at all. It was basically just the stuff on the tables. The meal was pretty much already done. You know, Diane's like, oh, I didn't take a picture yet. I was like, I have to take a picture.
I don't want to regret.
You know, one of her friends, she's like, there's nothing to eat. It's all gone. You know, it's like, what do you want to take a picture for? It's like, just trust me. So she's like, you want to like reach in, just grab something and so grab that one bit. And for us, what it says, you know, I mean, this is like an end of a meal shared between friends. It's like you know, it's a little bit grainy, but who cares? What it is about that moment and capturing just that moment. Now, after our friend saw it when we got back, she's like, oh, I love that photo.
It's a mic, it's like her computer, she loves it. But the whole point is, for her, this was not a perfect moment for a photograph because the food was finished, the wine was drunk, or drink. Water glass was empty, we were drunk. But for her, there's no moment here. Why do you want to photograph this? And to me, I saw so much meaning at that moment. And I'm so glad we did, because to me that shows a moment of friends sharing a meal. It was so awesome, it was gone. So yes, ugly food, shells, bones everywhere, but that imperfection to us was what made the moment. So when we think about our Cuba, they say, how was your Cuba trip? I'm like, oh, you can look right here. This is what Cuba was about for us. And you know, camera phones are amazing. We were visiting a friend, and for a couple days towards Christmas, and it was a very special moment to see her two girls play on the carpet. You know, we want to talk about imperfections in terms of blur. Blur is okay. Sometimes having that blur shows motion and shows emotion in an image. So don't always feel like everything has to be perfectly sharp, because that emotion shows authenticity. And they were having so much fun playing on the carpet. I just kept going crazy because it shows two sisters really bonding and connecting. And the mother really loved these images because their father passed away 3 months prior. So it was really the first time that her girls really were happy together. You know, a moment where they could actually enjoy being girls without being reminded that they had lost a father. So it was really kind of special to be able to just see them in that space because for so many months they were just in so much pain. So for me to be able to capture this and for my friend it brought happiness to her for a moment because it gave her hope knowing that if her girls can be happy, again, then so can she. So I would not have been able to capture this moment without my iPhone. If I were to run and get my big, expensive camera in the bedroom, I would have lost this. So it's something that I emphasize so much is I don't care if it's blurry, I don't care if it's a little too dark or blown out or washed out, it's okay because to me they say so much to me and I would never ever, I don't think I could have captured it better on a more expensive camera. I would have liked fiddled with the settings and like, oh dang it, I missed it. So don't ever be in a situation where you say, I missed it, because that's not a fun place to be sometimes if you're a photographer. I'm like,
So yeah, this is an iPhone shot. Yeah, I just capturing it. Yeah, just musician in the middle of the street. Just the way you capture the light. It's like you don't feel like you have to have the subject is all lit up. Sometimes just that lighting and letting them be just a silhouette of them is what creates a beautiful image. So, you know, a lot of times we'll think about things I have to do. It's like, don't be afraid to break those rules. Find something that's beautiful within that you see it and just capture it.
I think that's really important, Todd said, is you can break, photography is all about really breaking rules. I totally feel that. Because what was conventionally considered award-winning and great 10 years ago is not now. And, you know, and for Todd and I, we're not out to win awards. We don't photograph so we can be recognized or to win awards. We're out just to photograph to capture life. And if it means something to you, that's great. So always start from that starting point too. And get another iPhone shot without filter, straight, shows people feasting. A friend made flan for dinner, and a bunch of them didn't know each other, and I was getting out the plates, and she said, let's just eat together and this whole thing, this whole big dish. I'm like, oh my God, that's great. Less dishes to wash. It's kind of awkward, you know, you're someone that's new, you're digging into it, but you'd be amazed at how much more bonded we became afterwards when you're able to share in that way. And again, we didn't have the iPhone, we wouldn't have captured that, and this was just straight up with some contrast, but yeah, there's dark, there's light, shadows. If you take it to some big award, they're going to say, oh, they can break it down, but for me, I don't care. I really don't. I love it. And so do my friends. And that's what matters. This is actually a local shot from here. We had to go to barbecue yesterday, which was, I don't know where we went.
It was a barbecue station.
Barbecue station. And you know, this is, you know, your town here. And it's just, well, it doesn't show as much, but it was just kind of that light coming through. And we're always seeing light. That kind of moment within, I think that's where you buy the beer, you know, and all the drinks. But it was just that moment at dusk where the light kind of shone through and all the old place tags and everything in the back. To me, it really feels like this is your city, San Antonio. So you've got your light and dark spot, but who cares? It really conveys kind of a moment. And of course, all these are iPhone apps. If you knew, or some of you didn't know, you can definitely edit everything on your iPhone. And there's a gazillion platforms and editing tools. But here's just a starting point that we'll give you. And if you Google it, you can find a ton more. So for a starting point, if you have an iPhone already, or at least an Android, if you're not on Instagram, you should be on Instagram. Instagram is an amazing platform where you're able to both photograph and edit with a filter within there, where you can keep it normal, and you share it. Another great platform, kind of like that.
It's basically like a visual Twitter.
Yeah, it's like a visual Twitter. You can follow your favorite people and like the picture and have a conversation on Instagram, which is phenomenal. Next one is Systematic, kind of the same platform.
It's a little quirky.
It's a little quirky. You have to buy their lenses and shoot within their lenses.
It's kind of replicating like old school cameras. So it can be fun. Some people find it frustrating. Some people find it just amazing. And then you can also take those images and share them on other platforms as well if you like.
We just wanted to show it to you just to to know that there's another platform. Those are the two main platforms, and then you have the apps.
And then you have some of the different apps which are mostly just for editing. So you'll a lot of times when people are even on Instagram or if they're sharing on Twitter, stuff like that, they're going to edit it in a different app first before they share it on one of those platforms. So here's like a few of the ones that we like to use a lot. Snapseed is great. It's Snapseed and FilterStorm are great where you can pretty much do just about anything you need to do for editing the images. They each work a little bit differently. And Snapseed tends to be a little bit more intuitive. FilterStorm is a little bit more technical, but they both can almost do about the same thing, but some people like one versus the other. We started out on FilterStorm and now tend to do more stuff on Snapseed.
And some of these are free, some might cost $1.
Snapseed's like $4.
$4, but Invisalign and GoPro were so generous they gave you a gift card, which is fantastic. I think that's awesome. To be able to download these.
There's a Camera Plus. Camera Plus is great. There's a few different just camera apps where it's like it makes your camera a little bit more functional. One great function of Camera Plus is you're able to separate your exposure point and your focus point. So that's great when you want to kind of start to play with lighting. You'll find sometimes, let's say you want to get that silhouette shot, but you still want that person in focus. So I can put my focus on her, but then pull my exposure point to somewhere different. So that way it allows that light to change. Where if it was just on her, it would try to expose right where she was at.
Picture shows great up because it has basic filters that you can use. For black and white, there's noir photo, and there's dramatic black and white. But again, there's probably a gazillion out there. But these are the ones that we used on the images that you saw. Yes.
What's your Instagram?
Oh, we have two. Where he has his as Todd Porter. Todd Porter, and I'm Diane. So we wanted white on rice, but it was already taken. But I don't know if it's on there anymore because the guy who had white on rice was irritated that he was like, "Why is everybody talking about it?" So I think he deleted it, and we're trying to get it because he actually went and said, "Why you guys like Instagram? Why are you mentioning my name? I have nothing to do with it."
So you wrote off.
Like, what the heck is white on rice? So in closing, look beyond the obvious. Definitely look beyond the obvious. Look deeper, look further, look wider. For your images, don't ever compare your photographs to others. That's the number 3 starting point. Don't ever feel like hers is better, his is better, mine suck. Don't ever do that because you'll never be able to grow as a photographer and in anything that you do.
It's kind of like comparing meals. You know, it's like how can, you know, it's, yeah, you can say like one meal is made better than the other, but so many times it's like it was just a great meal. It doesn't have to be better than one meal or less than another one. It's just that individual experience is fantastic on its own. It doesn't have to be compared to anything else.
Yeah, and you know, in closing in for us, you know, people say, where's your starting point for photographers? Like it's such a huge field, it's so complicated. Where do you start? And for us, we start in the core, as people first. And being connected with everything that's around us, because that's really important for us, and that's how we produce our images. So even when we work with a big brand or big national campaign, we start at the core and never forget why we do what we do. And for us, you know, we all start with a life recipe. Although, you know, we love food, we know that there's a life recipe, a series of ingredients that are composed of emotions and people, things that are important to us.